Investigating reports a man had his drink spiked and his kidney stolen, which turned out to be spurious. We will stay with this story. In related news, police are investigating claims a whale was seen swimming in Middle Park. This article references various urban myths from previous Grand Theft Auto titles in a way that both acknowledges the discussions around them, but also mocks them for being ridiculous because they were, and they are, whilst also acknowledging that people would come up with new legends to satisfy the world of Grand Theft Auto 4. On Rockstar's part, there was no telling what those stories would wind up being because they weren't intended. However, they knew there'd be a lot of them, and players would have to sift through them. But what did these fables wind up being? Well, I wish to dedicate a large chunk of this video to exploring some of my favourites. I can't explore them all because I don't hate myself that much, but there are a lot that aren't too fleshed out and are based on rather simple glitches, and any explanation other than there being a glitch just seems irrational. But some of these largely tall tales are much more fleshed out, and regardless of whether or not they hold a shred of truth, they're genuinely interesting. And those are the myths I wish to focus on. The premise of a sewer alligator should be no surprise to anybody. Effectively, it's an alligator that lives in the sewers. These rumours in the real world are largely fictional and pertain specifically to New York City for the most part. GTA 4's Liberty City is very heavily based on New York, and naturally on the in-game website Craplist there is a reference in the Lost and Found section to this urban myth, in which a resident of Liberty City has lost his illegal pet crocodile, and though she's only small, it is implied that she's on the loose somewhere. Alligators are also mentioned in the Urban Myths Run Wild article, leading players naturally to speculate that maybe there could be crocodiles or alligators found in the sewer systems of Liberty, where the dwarf crocodile Betty supposedly escaped from. But though there are proven references in text form to sewer alligators or crocodiles, as we've just gone over, there is absolutely no evidence that they can be physically found. So I suppose it's up to the player to decide whether or not they're a dangerous The point of vampires became something of an investigation. On My Room, the in-game parody of MySpace, we can find various reprehensible people, including the serial killer Eddie Lowe and one user known as Raven Vamp 11, a 17-year-old female living within Liberty City, occupying the profession of student, and though her profile is quite alarming, it's in her bio where she refers to herself as Octavia Dark, Countess of the Nosferatu. She also claims she's not an emo, goth or punk, and insists that she's a vampire spelt with a Y, not an I. And she's been a vampire